Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another week of online Sunday school. Today we are continuing our journey through the New Testament stories and what happened for the disciples who followed Jesus. And today's story is from the book of Acts, and it is called Believers Share. So let's read our Bible story. So here's our pictures first. We have two people who look like they're holding some stuff that maybe they want to share. And then this person over here by a table. Maybe this is her table, or maybe she's joining people at the table. There's all kinds of stuff on the table. So let's read. Believers share from Acts 4, verses 32 through 37. There were many people who believed in Jesus. They became a community. They shared everything they had with one another. No one said, "This is mine." The community of believers took care of one another. People shared their money with the community. The money was used to care for everyone, so no one was in need. The believers continued to teach about Jesus and shared God's love with others. So sharing was something that the disciples did with each other, and the first believers, right? This is what it says in our Bible story. The first believers, the first Christians shared with one another, and they were following the example that Jesus said, right? Sharing with one another, not being selfish. It said, no one said, "This is mine," and tried to take things from other people. Just following the example of Jesus and sharing all they had and being kind and generous with one another. Isn't that awesome? So our wonder question for today is, I wonder, what can you share with your community? That'd be a great thing to think about and maybe talk about with the people who live with you. What can you share? So we can think about sharing in a couple different ways. You probably have some good ideas already of things you could share. And sharing can mean sharing your things, sharing your home with others. It can mean sharing with your family. It can mean sharing with people outside of your family. This says share with your community, and you can share things like food or money. You can also share your time. Sometimes sharing your time is one of the best things we can give. We can, I know a lot of people share their time listening to others or helping others with something around the house that they need help with, or people who are old enough to drive can sometimes drive people who need to get to appointments or to school or whatever. Those are all really great ways you can share. So think about that with the people who live with you, or if you want to think about it to yourself or journal or something about a way that you can share and the way that you would really love to share with others. The fact that this is something that the earliest Christians did in the book of Acts is probably a really good indication that this may be something that we should do. We are Christians, and maybe sharing is something that should be a very Christian thing, that everybody, when they think of Christians, they go, oh, those are those people who share. And we could be just like the people from the book of Acts, the very first Christians. So that's a good thing maybe to remember the rest of this week, and obviously after this week, but keep it in mind, particularly this week, because this is our lesson week. Christians are people who share. That's a really good thing to remember. So our craft for today, sorry, my cats are running around the house. Our craft for today, you will need a small strip of paper. I just cut a strip of pink construction paper, but you can use any color. And if you have a big sheet, take some time and cut out a little strip. Something to color with. I have some markers and some tape. And we are going to make something to remind us about our lesson today, something that you can wear. Wow. So take your strip of paper and whatever you have to color with, and we're going to write on our paper first. You can write a big long Bible verse if you want, or you can write the title of our lesson today, which is Believers Share, and that can be a great reminder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write Believers Share on mine, and then we're going to decorate it. So just take some time and write Believers Share, or you can write one of our verses from Acts 4, verses 32 through 37 on there, and decorate it, and then we'll come back for the next part, okay? Okay, have you finished decorating your piece of paper yet? If you haven't, pause this video, take some more time. Take as much time as you need to finish your decorations. I finished mine. It says Believers Share, and then I have some fancy things on the side. So if you're all finished with your decorative strip of paper, we're ready for the next part. And it's very exciting because remember I said it's something we can wear? So this is not just any ordinary strip of paper. This is a Super Sharer bracelet. And what we're going to do is wrap it around our wrists. And you may need someone to help you because it's really hard to do this part by yourself. And get it as tight as you need it to be. And then hold it in place and tape it up. Put a strip of tape on the seam. I'm going to fold mine over. And, whoa. Tape struggles. And then you have your Super Shares bracelet that says Believers Share, or has a Bible verse about sharing on it. And it reminds us to share with others. So you can wear your Super Share bracelet, and then when someone asks you about it today, what are you wearing? Can you tell me about your bracelet that you made in Sunday school? You can tell them what it means, what it says, and then what that means. And maybe you can tell them how you're going to share with others. Isn't that super cool? So you can wear your Super Share bracelet the rest of today even. And it can remind you and others that you tell about your bracelet that it's important that believers share, just like the first Christians. Isn't that pretty cool? I think so. Well, that is our Sunday school lesson for this week, and I think it's a good one, reminding us to be super sharers of the things that we have, and our time, and our energy, and our money, all the things. So remember that as you go about this week, and we'll see you again next week for some more lessons. Let me see what our next week's lesson is. I looked it up. Next week's lesson is choosing the 7. What does that even mean? I don't know. Join us back next week to find out what choosing the 7 means. And in the meantime, remember to share with others like Christians do. Have a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye.